Good afternoon, everyone. This is an update on the tropics for September 19th, 2022. We are continuing to monitor and take a close look here at Hurricane Fiona. We do have a new disturbance east of the Lesser Antilles and also a disturbance in the middle of the Atlantic we need to talk about today. Let's get right into it here. As you can see, here's the tropical Atlantic basin with the satellite imagery, and we do have quite of a hurricane here of Fiona that has been making impacts now on the Dominican Republic. Still have some impacts ongoing in Puerto Rico, as we did see some major flooding the last couple of days in Puerto Rico, as well as power outages. They have been able to recover a slight amount of power outages in Puerto Rico, but the majority is still without power within the island here. We are going to see impacts shortly for the Turks and Caicos. Not all the Turks and Caicos, but definitely some tropical storm impacts, maybe some hurricane impacts for the Turks and Caicos throughout the next day or so, as this starts heading northward towards Bermuda, which we also do have to monitor closely. We do have a new disturbance that does have around a 20% chance of a cyclone formation 5 days, and this is actually going to be headed through the Caribbean here. We are going to have to watch that very closely for a potential development within the next 5 days. Now here's the 5-day graphical tropical weather outlook. As you can see, we do have Hurricane Fiona, which currently has 90-mile-per-hour winds, a central pressure of 975 millibars. It is definitely still strengthening here. Moving northwest currently at 9 miles per hour and located at 19.6 north, 69.5 west. Here's that forecast coming from the National Hurricane Center. We have hurricane warnings out right now for the eastern portion islands of the Turks and Caicos. We still have hurricane warnings out right now for the eastern side of the Dominican Republic. Any tropical storm warnings out right now for the rest of the Turks and Caicos, as this is expected to strengthen into a major hurricane by 8 a.m. Wednesday, then head northward very quickly up to Bermuda, where will still be a major hurricane. So Bermuda may see some major impacts as well from this. And as you can see, it weakens as it heads very quickly north due to a jet stream boost, and it should weaken there from then on out. But again, Nova Scotia might see a strong storm just to the east, and also portions of Canada there. They see a strong storm also coming their way within the next few days here. Now let's look back at the National Hurricane Center, where we do have that disturbance that is currently east of the Lesser Antilles, and this is going to be going through Barbados and also Trinidad and Tobago within the next few days here, and this will just be a disturbance, so you may see some scattered thunderstorms going through there very soon here throughout the next few days. That's that tropical wave going through here, and once it gets through there, I think that this could have potential to become our next tropical storm, which would be Gaston. That we need to watch closely. Now this does have only a 20% chance within the next 5 days, but this also could have a bigger chance within the next 10 days. We don't know yet, but some models here do have this forming into our next tropical storm. Here is the GFS model here. We are going to look at other reliable models here, but as you can see, we're looking at the GFS first of all. As you can see, we do have Fiona becoming a major hurricane on Wednesday. As you can see, there's that one disturbance, which I can point this out here. So Trinidad and Tobago, also Barbados, we'll be seeing this thunderstorm activity Thursday into Friday, as that goes through the southern Lesser Antilles. And as the heads through, it's kind of in the middle, kind of in between South America and Dominican Republic. It really makes kind of a northwestern turn. This is not exactly what's going to happen, or what's going to happen at all as of right now. But as you can see, it enters the Gulf, and that could bring potential for this to be our next tropical storm as we head into later September. So that's what we need to watch extremely closely as well, just after Fiona's impacts on portions of the Eastern Caribbean. Let's go and take a look at the few more models here and see whether this will actually develop, if this will actually bring any any threat at all to the Caribbean or even the United States of America. So let's go and look at the 0Z run of the European model, and as you can see that tropical wave. Actually, as you can see, it doesn't develop that quickly or anything, but there's that tropical wave. It really does not make a northwestern turn at all. As you can see there, it kind of just goes westward right into Central America, and really doesn't develop at much at all. But actually, it doesn't really go straight westward. It does make a northwestern turn, which is interesting. That'll lead it into the Gulf in late September. As you can see, kind of makes that kind of path there according to this European model run here. So let's go and look at also the CMC model. It kind of has the same path here as the European model, just leads it into the Gulf, which I've been saying the Gulf has been primed for a tropical system that does enter it. And as you can see, that we might have a chance that we do have a tropical system that does enter the Gulf here in late September that we really need to monitor extremely closely. Here's the icon model. As you can see, it does have development as well with that one disturbance, and even has it going northwestern as well into the Gulf. So potentially our next Gulf storm, not to cause any alarm or anything, but that's going to be within the next 10 days that we need to watch very closely, as these models are definitely hinting towards something developing here, at least in the Caribbean. Now, the disturbance that is in the middle of the Atlantic right now, that is now Invest 97L, which means the disturbance that is currently East Celestial Antilles, that would be Invest 98L if that does strengthen even more. If they do have confidence that might develop, that will be Invest 98L. East Celestial Antilles, just to give that fact there. So definitely need to watch upcoming Invest 98L very closely, and also Hurricane Fiona, Turks and Caicos. Definitely watch out, as that will be impacting you very shortly, or as of right now. So stay safe out there. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and want more of these daily video updates on the tropics. Also, make sure to share this video with any friends or family that may want the latest updates that might be impacted by any upcoming tropical cyclones. Like the video, would be very much appreciated. But as always, I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe.